Joining me now, former FBI Special Agent Stuart Kaplan. Wow. When I heard the news that she had been found, stranger abductions are rare. Finding the victim of this type of abduction safe in this amount of time is remarkable. It's a miracle.
No question about that, Marni. And again, my hat's off to law enforcement. Another example of the advancement in our technology aspect with respect to implementing those assets. Just to let you know, what helped this investigation was some new technology that has been implemented with respect to capturing cellular service off of pinging. And that is a way that law enforcement can basically throw out a web far and wide as they think is necessary to try to capture any and all cell phones that may have pinged a tower in the vicinity as to where they believe this child was abducted. That was a critical component in also then where they got a break, just quite frankly, luck in this guy just being stupid in going to the house and leaving an envelope in the mailbox, which obviously had a latent fingerprint. Once they identified that latent fingerprint, they went back and were able to then match up that individual with respect to apparently his cell phone activity at the time of abduction, leading to his arrest.
Yeah, so many critical steps leading to this outcome. What is next in the investigation now that she's safe and sound?
Well, I've spoken to my law enforcement sources, and quite frankly, they are very interested. Just keep in mind, the only information they had on this individual, Ross, was his fingerprint as a result of a 30-year-old, I believe, a DWI arrest a long time ago. They did not have any DNA. They are very interested now to capturing his DNA and, quite frankly, running it through the FBI CODIS system. There are a number of abductions that have been reported throughout that area, as well as throughout New York, and just quite frankly, throughout the United States. So his DNA will be captured. It will be run through the FBI system to see if, in fact, there are any cold cases that are unsolved, and to see whether or not this predator may be directly related to any of those abductions.
He faces first-degree kidnapping charges. More charges likely on the way, Stuart?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously after they have an opportunity to debrief this child, obviously what they want to do is reacclimate this child into the home, get things back to some sort of ordinary state, and then debrief this child. Unfortunately, I would hope that there will be nothing coming forthwith with respect to what he may have done with respect to this child. I'm hoping that his motive in this particular case was, quite frankly, just greed in trying to get ransom or some monies paid in exchange for the return of this child. Unfortunately, historically, and keep in mind, Marni, we have over 400,000 children that are missing throughout the United States in 2023. While half of them may be family abductions, it is quite daunting with respect to just trying to wrap your head around how many children in the United States are missing right now in this day and age. And so law enforcement is very interested in trying to identify and apprehend those individuals that may be predators. It's not a single event. Usually these people go out and commit multiple abductions, and it may be quite possible that he will be linked to other abductions.
Right, and the reason the Amber Alert system is in place for these very things. The suspect in this case, Craig Ross Jr., had a camper on his mom's property. Investigators will likely be trying to determine if mom knew anything. She'll be critical here.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, look, they're in the process right now of executing and preparing search warrants. They're going to rip through everything possible under the sun. They're going to look under every rock with respect to anything that he is affiliated with or associated with, and that does include family members and friends. And once they got a hold of, and they do now have his cell phone, pending the execution of a search warrant of that phone may identify other individuals who may have assisted him or who had knowledge of what he was doing. And quite frankly, they may now end up being a target of an additional investigation in connection with this child's abduction.
Just so glad she's safe. Can't imagine what she's been through. Stuart Kaplan, thank you. Her family as well. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure always. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.